The marketplace hummed with 1,000 voices, yet Ananda stood in profound silence beside the Buddha. Their eyes were fixed on the world below, a tapestry of human desire. A single merchant sat at the heart of the chaos, his brow furrowed, his fingers dancing over cold metal. He was counting coins, lost in a rhythmic trance of arithmetic. Each clink of gold against gold was a heartbeat of focus. He was not just counting money, he was measuring his worth against the weight of the world. The sun beat down on his stall, but he felt only the chill of the currency. Ananda watched, sensing the stillness before a storm of the spirit begins. Then, it happened. As the cold weight of a heavy coin pressed into his palm, a sudden, sharp craving ignited in the merchant's eyes. It was a flicker of fire, a hunger that could not be sated by what he already possessed. Without a word, he abandoned his stall, leaving his duties behind like old skin. He was chasing a phantom, a larger deal that whispered of infinite security. His hands trembled as he secured the profit, the tallying of gains becoming a frantic ritual. He began making rapid, jagged decisions, his mind a whirlwind of calculation. More, he whispered to the air. I must have more. The chain had begun to tighten, and the first link was forged in the heat of his own desire. As the wealth grew, so did the shadows in his mind. Lust for possession took root, clouding his judgment until the world became a mirror of his own fear. Every passerby was no longer a neighbor, but a thief in waiting. He clutched the coin bag against his chest, an iron-tight attachment turning his knuckles a ghostly white. This was the birth of possessiveness, a cage he built for himself. He began to hide his wealth in the dark corners of his stall, his movements frantic and suspicious. Niggardliness consumed his soul. When a thirsty child reached out, begging for a mere drop of water, the merchant turned away with a snarl. His heart had become as hard as the gold he worshipped, refusing even the smallest mercy. A beggar approached, hand outstretched for a pittance. The merchant recoiled as if stung, his body coiling in a defensive, predatory stance. He grabbed a heavy wooden staff, his grip so tight the grain groaned. The air in the marketplace grew thick, suffocating with unspent rage. "Get back, you dog!" he screamed, the first blow falling with a sickening thud. The beggar fought back with the desperation of the starving. Within moments, the spark became an inferno. The marketplace erupted. It was no longer about one man. It was a contagion of violence. Clubs clashed against metal, the air filled with sharp, angry shouts and accusations of theft. Men who were friends moments ago now tore at each other's throats. In the center of the storm, the merchant fell. His clothes were shredded, his face bruised, and his precious gold was scattered like autumn leaves into the filth of the dirt. Everything he sought to protect became the very instrument of his destruction. The screams faded into a dull moan of the wounded. Ananda watched the cycle complete itself amidst the broken stalls and bloodied men. The Buddha turned, pointing a steady finger toward the debris and the glinting coins in the mud. His voice was a calm anchor in the wake of the storm. Every act of violence here, the Buddha said softly, traces back to that first spark of feeling. The moment he chose to hold on was the moment he chose this ruin. Ananda looked at the scattered gold, the silent origin of the carnage, and finally understood. He saw the invisible chain that binds the entire world to suffering, forged link by link from a single moment of attachment.